All right, here we are. Welcome.
Hello.
I never know exactly the right moment to start this.
No.
It's never easy.
Just wait until we're caught off guard.
Easy to know exactly when it's
Like
the right
last
moment.
week when I tried to say a bad word
Yeah.
at the beginning.
But hello, welcome to Table Talk, Travelin Young's live stream
Yes.
yet again. And I'm just going to start by saying that I really enjoyed the microphone situation.
Yeah.
It sounded
I do,
super
yeah.
cool.
It sounded really nice.
Absolutely, it sounded super cool. But we have to say really
Yes, really
fast
quick.
as we start. Somebody made this comment, so I need to make sure I actually read exactly what was written. I know Danes are probably going to hate me for this. I love Denmark and Danes. I really think you're missing out on Sweden. It's so close. You do not need to choose. Please expand your followers by making more Nordic content. Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Cheers. Thank you for the contribution. And if
Yes.
you make one like this, I will
Ew.
absolutely read word for word what you've written. Thank you so
Oh
much.
no, now it's just
We absolutely appreciate it. So hello, thanks for joining everybody. And to Table Talk.
Yes, the cat is here.
The
cat
cat
is here.
You can
She's
see the
here.
cat right back there.
She's busy giving herself a bath right now.
All right, so what we neglected last time
Yes.
is exactly where we're going to start this time, which is this table.
Table. The
Somebody
table.
said, I came to hear about tables, and we didn't talk about the
We didn't
table.
take
It is table talk after all.
Do you want to tell the story of this table?
This table, so we've had this table for 22 years now. This was, so when we first got married, the year after we got married, we saved all of our shekels. We ate nothing but boxed pasta and the cheapest possible pasta sauce for like a year to be able to buy a townhouse. And then when we bought the townhouse, we had to buy a bunch of furniture. And this was our dining room table. We have had this since the beginning of our marriage.
And the discoloration on the
And
chairs is due
yes,
to our
that's
old
from
cat,
Moose. The
Moose,
old
who you never got
cat.
to meet.
Yeah, and I think so we went in and we got it at the room store.
Yes,
And that
we
was
thought
like a
we were
big
so
deal.
fancy.
We could buy furniture.
I was
by the room.
so proud of us.
And this may be the only original piece of furniture we have.
And I
Well, we still
remember,
have the end tables upstairs
Oh,
that are now
yeah,
and there's
that's
that
true.
table over here. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's from the townhouse, but
What table?
The table-
Oh no,
the
that
entrance
was
No,
later.
that's
okay.
the other house.
There's the bed, which we can't use. But
yeah. But I remembered when we were moving into this house or sometime in the old house, you guys were like, oh, maybe we should buy a new table. And I'm like, no. This is the table that has lived through my
the chairs
childhood.
are slightly wobbly. We have to like refix them every so often.
Yeah.
And thank
It's
you,
fine.
CS Live, for the contribution.
Yes.
All right. So.
By the way, someone asked what beer you're drinking today.
Oh, well. Okay. I can say it now. I feel like I'm going to give a little bit away.
Okay,
but
sorry,
I'll,
then-
I'll say it now.
Okay,
Because
give
you're
me a
here.
little teaser.
oh yes,
A teaser for the Try It On Tuesday. This
Yeah.
is Oin Oi. It's a pilsner that I brought back from the Faroe Islands.
Faruna.
Yeah, because we were just there, and that's where the Try It On
Fair.
Tuesday is going to be. And I got a beer glass from Oi Brewery, and according to them, I haven't been yet, but apparently they have this at some menus. One in Hellerup, one in
Okay.
Amma.
Okay.
So I'm going to check it out. This is a
Yeah.
super good beer. I drank it. a
I
bit.
love
went
that
to
we
the
got
brewery.
that glass too because it's super cute.
Yeah, it's got a whatchamacallit on it.
A what?
Puffin.
A puffin.
Puffin. By the way, I apologize for the coughing. I am slightly sick.
So thanks for joining us despite. All right.
Yes.
So Miranda.
Yes.
You didn't. First of all, I was blown away at how well the video did last week. So thank you for watching all the 81,000 views that
Yeah.
we've gotten, which is
Good
one of
Lord.
the fastest to that mark ever. But Miranda wasn't there, so
No.
I thought this would be a good chance to continue slightly and let you provide your input on what you think about
What I think about America.
USA after we've left.
I've struggled with how to answer this a bit because, without getting super personal, because I think part of the reason, people look nostalgic when they leave their country and they have a sense of nostalgia, it's, because you leave your family and friends and stuff. And you guys know I have like challenging family dynamics. So I kind of miss out on that nostalgia piece of America. And that's already kind of puts me in a bad mood about it and like wanting to go back. But then also I think just kind of everything that goes on, like the more politically divided it gets, the more like crime you see, the more like all the articles about homelessness and things. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. I struggle with it. I struggle with wanting to go back And then that makes me feel bad because I feel like as an American, I should want to go back.
Well, but I mean, you haven't. I don't think you've gone back to visit as much as we have.
No.
Like you didn't go last year at all.
No,
went,
and I
then
just
went.
and like I don't have that pull to want to go back, so I don't really have a need to go back, and that's why I think I'm so like I'm all in on Denmark because and that's also why last time I said I became the best version of myself in Denmark, and a lot of that is because I left a lot of that behind. So I think it's hard for me to have an tainted view, I guess, of America because I have that family dynamic that's there. That's just kind of like, it kind of colors everything.
Yeah. Well, I also, I wanted to follow up on something that some people said, which I think is a challenge because we talked about the negative news that you get. On one hand, I feel like it's just super negative. But on the other hand, if it were super positive, that would mean like some bad things wouldn't be reported on, and challenges that certain people have would never be known.
Yeah.
So there's like, it's hard to strike the balance between how much positive things you should say, because you should also reflect the positive things going on, but also you can't ignore some of the things that are happening, right? So that's a tough thing, even in the U.S. to manage the balance of.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I think like just if we had to go back, I'm like, I don't even know where I would go because I don't necessarily want to live in D.C. again. I really like Chicago, but the property taxes were insane. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to Tennessee for, a lot of reasons, but it's just, I just struggle with that.
Yeah, I think I always said if we ever move back, or I guess it was even before we left, I said if I move again in the U.S., which would I think apply if I move back, it would be to Denver. I think I want to slowly move.
I was literally just going to say Colorado.
Slightly more and more west, just
Maybe
to get
in
a
another
different,
world.
get a completely different experience,
Yeah.
In another universe, maybe we live in Colorado.
This is completely unrelated, but somebody sent a comment that says, sometimes my dog's paws smell like corn chips. It's addictive thoughts. We used to have our hound dog, Bacon. He was a treeing Walker Coon hound, and they are absolutely known for having corn chip feet. And I was in a group of people who owned hound dogs, and we would all talk about how much we loved smelling their corn chip feet. So
Yeah,
I keep Brisket's feet
I'm
far
sorry
away
to
from
change.
me.
I'm sorry to change the subject. I just saw that. But anyway, back to
and
serious subjects.
And to say that one last thing about dogs, which is just smells. It's as disgusting a lot of times dogs smell. Like smells are one of those things that like evoke other emotion, like sounds, music, and smells, and stuff, bring you back.
Yeah.
And as much as like Pepe's breath or Indy's breath was
God, it was
horrible,
so bad.
I still would love to get to smell it one more time.
Yeah. I do miss the corn chip feet smell.
I think cats, I don't know, something about cats, they just like kind of smell good. Like,
You think so?
yeah, not like their like breath or anything, but just like their fur. Sometimes it just, I don't know, sometimes it just kind of smells good. I wish I could get like a cat candle.
Well, just talk to the folks at Yankee.
Yeah, be like, please make
The Yankee
candle.
team, see what they can come up with. All right, real fast. Hello from Hillary. Thank you for all the great videos on the channel. Thank you, the Nets Rack.
Yes.
More importantly, Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
I mean, the episode where Ron Swanson is told he has to eat more fruit and bananas. And at the end, he's putting a banana on top of a cheeseburger because he can't eat the banana, so like
eat the
stuffs it in.
banana.
Oh, Ron Swanson, I love it.
By the way, someone said that you can wash your dog, right?
Yeah, but I mean, dogs.
I think
It's
dogs
his-
always just
it's
kinda
his
smell bad.
bath weekend.
Even-
but even if you washed,
Even a wet dog smells bad,
yeah,
so
even-
there
but-
is no escape.
but the corn chip thing has nothing to do with a bad smell. Like they didn't bake. Like it has something to do with the oil that they produce in their paw pads, and it smells like corn chips. I don't know. I can't explain it.
And by the way, I think I saw Michael on their comment. So hello,
Oh,
Michael.
Michael's
Hello.
the man. Oh my
Michael.
God, we have stories about Michael.
When he's been to Denmark a few times. He went to Noma with us. If you want to know
did.
Michael,
Oh,
he was
watch
with
the
us
Noma
in
video.
Noma.
All right, so let's get back onto the serious.
Yes.
He's got dogs too, so he's talking about his dog's burrito feet. So back to the serious. So I think we got through the U.S. stuff.
Yeah.
And the one thing I also then wanted to talk about, which I think is an interesting topic, is financial incentives And I think there are a
This is
couple.
a very American thing.
Yeah, but there's a component of this. So in the pants video I did, I asked the question, would people recycle if they didn't have a pant and, basically get money back from recycling?
Yeah,
I was
not.
trying to tee up people to admit the fact that, yes, that financial incentive is actually critical to the recycling process.
It's very important.
Yeah, it's not just, not everybody is just so environmentally aware. A lot of it has to do
Sorry.
with the pant.
Yes.
And so there's financial incentive in recycling here.
Yeah.
But
But
I mean, I feel like you just get so little money from pant that does it really?
this
it really
is what,
about
well,
the
this
money?
is, there's a money thing that I will pick up a penny on the
Yeah,
ground
I
because
feel like this is where we differ from you. Because
like when we go on road trips, they get
God,
annoyed
it's
because
so
I keep
bad.
all the pants. But anyway, so financial incentives, and that was just the pant piece of it.
Yes.
But let's talk about school.
Yes.
And in the U.S., when I was a kid, my brother, basically, he's older than me. He negotiated a strategy for us to get paid for grades. So I have to thank him for him doing the legwork that I benefited from since he was a couple
he
years
laid the
ahead of me. He
groundwork
laid
for
the
you.
groundwork for being paid for grades. And in the U.S., the grades aren't like numbers; it's A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
F.
and F. Yeah, but I mean,
Hopefully
like,
you
you
never
don't get
see
paid
that, but-
anything for that.
Yeah, no.
But then he was like, and we would get basically 4 times a year we'd get report cards. So it wasn't like
Yes.
every test. It was like
Yeah.
our final grades at the end of each quarter.
But I got the same thing. I don't know if you
Well,
are
it was-
actually
yeah,
aware of
but
that.
it was because of, I'm sure I felt like obligated, slightly.
Yeah.
And
I literally don't remember.
No,
doing
it's
this.
because-
I
okay.
vaguely remember doing
It's
it,
because
but I really
in
don't
s-
remember.
I remember in 6th grade, I started to get bad grades. One semester, I was getting like the principal emailed you because I was getting C's and D's.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sorry. And so you said, okay, for every A, you get $5. And then by 8th grade, I was a straight A student, so I got like
You were very motivated.
$45 every report card.
Well, yay me, good parenting, I guess.
But I mean, so I have this belief that in my mind, as long as anything to motivate a 12, 15-year-old to study is not
something.
bad.
No,
you know,
no, yeah.
If they're learning and getting good grades, I mean, if that's, we work in jobs to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably do some of my job that's not the only reason why, but it's a big reason.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it's that negative, but it seems like in Denmark, it's not common. So let us know in the comments, actually. And I mean, would you
No,
know
but
your
also,
friends
I
don't?
think it's also like,
And we don't give you anything now, so I
no,
guess.
but
No.
also it's like, I mean, what would you even give money for? Like anything over a 7? Because 12 is very hard to get. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
But-
if you gave your kid,
But also
50 krona for every
Yeah.
12 they got, they would have like 50 krona.
But also,
At best.
I wonder if it somewhat has to do with the fact that I think the stakes are a bit higher in the U.S. in terms of grades. Like here, there's a bit more. I think if you do or don't go to college right after gymnasium, it's like not as big of a deal. But in the U.S., it's so competitive to get into university, and like so many people need scholarships to be able to even go. And that's
Also, like, you
where
don't
grades
necessarily-
become incredibly important.
And you don't necessarily like need, well, you definitely don't need good grades to graduate here. Like like your average, like your GPA needs to be like 2, I think, in order to graduate, which is not high.
Yeah, I wonder though. I mean, did your
So-
friends?
Oh, I was just gonna say, so there's not really any risk if you're not graduating.
Yeah, did your
No.
friends get paid for their grades in the U.S.?
No.
No. Yeah, because I also think that might be changing, possibly.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's regional where you live, or maybe it's that they
mean, it
all need
also-
the Jeremy that sets it all up for you.
I mean, I also think it's about, if you have $45 to spare, to give your kid $45 for
exactly.
grades.
Well, so somebody said here having high grades should not be rewarded, but improving. But if you already have high grades, you have no place to
Yeah, there's
improve.
there's no place to go.
I like somebody said paying kids for reading books, and I've heard of that too. Actually, in the U.S., like these like special like book calendar kind of things
Pizza
where
party.
you try to
Yeah.
read so many books in a certain month, and there's maybe it's not money, but pizza party or something.
Yeah, but I mean, we had stuff like that
reward.
at the local library, actually. At the local library I signed
Oh,
up
yeah, you did.
2 summers. There was like a thing where if you read a certain amount of books, it was like a bingo card. You had to have to read like 50 books and then go to like events at the library and
But then
stuff
you
like
got
that.
mad
And then
because you did it all and then you didn't win.
yeah, I didn't win. The prize was like an iPad or something,
He's
and I
like
didn't
really
win.
mad because
Oh,
she
I
did
remember
all
that.
the things.
Yes.
She went to every event.
I went to like a bunch of like events at the library. I went to like a Women's Day thing. I went to some like, I remember there was one day where there was
like an anime.
yes, well
club
because
thing?
I needed one more event, and the only thing there was an anime thing. So I was like, I don't really like anime, but I mean, I have to win this iPad, so I guess I'll go.
This is funny because it reminds me now when shortly after we moved here at work, there was this thing where if we took like a certain number of certifications, the person who had the most certifications could get an Oculus.
Yeah.
And I like sat and did all these certifications, and then some other joker, like he did some other ones. I don't even know where I think he made them up, but he created new ones. I'm like, how did he? I thought I did them all. He got it right. So then they gave me like a consolation prize.
Yeah.
And I was in the U.S. and it was people in the U.S. and they gave me. It was supposed to be AirPod Pros.
Yes.
And that was like right when they first came out. I'm like, well, that's cool.
That's cool.
But he's like, I don't have them, so I'm gonna have to send them to you. So he ended up having to ship them to me in Denmark, and I still paid like $100 for the stupid
You
things.
had to pay the customs fee to get them.
I totally didn't win.
No.
Yeah, so it motivated me to get the certifications, but in the end, it cost me like half price basically to get the.
I do remember at my school, at my elementary school, we had, this was in America, we had this thing where, you know, if you read a certain amount of books, you would get a certain amount of like entries into the raffle. And then I won the raffle, and you literally would have thought I had just won a car on Oprah. Like, I'm not even joking.
You get a raffle. You get a.
Yeah, I literally was like screaming. I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best day of my life!" And I probably won like bubbles or something.
I won that train set, and it was that was from selling stuff, but.
Is that
we
where
still
you got
have
that train set?
Yeah, from selling stuff.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
In like high school.
I'm sure I knew that at some point, but
middle school.
Josh has a really awesome train set that is now up in the attic.
Is that the one that we used at Christmas?
Yeah, and now we have room to bring it back out at Christmas again. So.
The table must have.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. If we should definitely make sure we cover all the table topics today, since we completely neglected it last time.
What would you like to know about our table?
Somebody said that it probably cost a small fortune to ship here. We shipped a lot of stuff here, so having the table didn't really add much. But what went with the table at the same time is like a hutch.
That's still back.
And that we didn't bring. we left that in the U.S. because
it's like a China cabinet
thing to put stuff in, and it was like
that's still
in
back
Illinois. It was like right next to the table.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, it was huge.
That's sitting in a storage unit in the U.S.
I don't think
that's ever going to make
I don't think that's going to make the trip over.
Yeah, which is like I got stuck on some loop of random little short things on Facebook or Instagram today, and there was a little Jerry Seinfeld thing, and it was funny. He was going on about he's like, everything is trash. Your house is just like a trash processing center that eventually, and then he's like going through these things. It's like eventually goes in the garage. And then the worst is if you have it in a storage unit, now you're actually paying to keep your trash. And that's what's happening. We're paying to keep trash in the U.S. Wow. So this was definitely an interesting topic.
The table?
No.
The
trash table?
I don't know.
Incentives.
Oh, okay.
Incentive. Do you still feel driven by incentives? Or are things just different now?
I don't get any incentives, so I don't know what I would be driven by.
Yeah, but you got a job. I feel like you're very motivated to have your own money.
Yeah, that's true. Also because you guys said that, because when I was like, 12, 13, I couldn't get a job, you guys said, okay, well, you can earn money if you do chores. And I would always forget to do it. So now I don't have to do that.
That was like we had family meetings on this topic.
Yeah.
Because if you
my god, we had in-depth discussions.
I said you can come up with a list and you tell me what's appropriate.
Well, I would just always forget to do it.
And then she wouldn't do it.
Listen, I'm 80. No. Don't twist the story.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't not do it. It's because I would forget to do it. I wasn't purposely being like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. But you didn't do it.
No.
But you didn't do it.
At the end of the day. No, but now I have a job. So now I get paid to do other things.
By other people to do things.
But I like my job. I am very motivated. So
somebody wants to know about my goose. That's Henrietta.
that was a gift from me.
Yes. So sometimes I am very easily pleased, I will say.
Yeah. pretty easy to buy you
It's
gifts.
pretty easy to buy me gifts.
Last year
And-
for your birthday, I got you a video of a cockroach. we
was
should show
amazing.
that on the next
Oh
one.
my God, the next one we'll show the video of the cockroach she sent me. It was fabulous.
But it's like someone saying like,
like so
from the zoo,
unexpected.
we want to say happy birthday. Here's a friend to wish you happy birthday, and he like
a
opens the box
true
and
party
it's like a
animal.
cockroach.
Yeah. So it started out one year. I said all I wanted was a wooden goose or a wooden duck because everybody's got the wooden Edo ducks, and that's all I wanted for Christmas. And they got me the duck, and then I followed that up with one of the wooden ducks that's dressed up like one of the Livskål, the Danish guards at the palace.
Yeah.
And then
you have that now,
I have that one now, and then
and you have a regular duck too,
and I
with
have
rain
like
boots.
a little. Yeah, I got a regular duck with little rain boots, and then I don't know. I saw like everybody had these stuffed geese.
Well, you didn't wish for that.
No, I did. I said I wanted a goose.
Well, you
At
said
some
you.
point.
Well, I don't remember
said I
that. I
wanted
just
to
picked
get-
it out.
Did you
'cause I
say
thought
wished for it?
I wished for
make
it.
it
Yeah,
sound
like
like-
wish for.
And then every night before she'd go to bed, she'd lay down.
I
and say,
just want a goose.
I just, if I can wake up
Sorry,
and see
that's,
a goose,
that's actually what
It
you
would
say
be-
in Danish.
There's
it would be the most wonderful
Stop.
thing in the world.
That's what you say in Danish.
But there's this I don't know, there's some people down south, they'll get these porch geese and they'll dress them up for various holidays. And so I just decided I really wanted a goose, and so they got me a goose for Christmas, and her name is Henrietta.
Yeah, and so I feel like we got a few extra minutes. I feel like we've covered that topic.
Yes.
And we
Sorry.
try to hit Trot on Tuesday
okay.
at 30. No, we got a few minutes. So
Oh, okay.
people have asked a few questions
Yeah.
about random things in the background.
By the way, someone just really quick.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Do you ever speak Danish fast to annoy your parents?" I would say no, but if I am really annoyed at you guys, sometimes I'll go to my room and I'll just yell to no one in Danish because I know that you can't understand me if I were speaking Danish. So I'll just imagine that I'm just like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Danish.
John Kelso's here. I have to say hello to John Kelso.
So
Living it up in Ireland.
Michael asking me if I ate salmon.
Oh my
that-
gosh! I won't.
no, you have to wait. You have to wait. Well, Michael, you can just text me and I'll tell you. But everybody else has to wait because we've got a video about
We do.
Faroe Islands. There's a
No.
little tease that we're going to do during the Trot on Tuesday, but that
my
tease
tongue.
does not
I'm gonna
include
hold my
salmon.
tongue.
Someone said, "Isn't it more nice to have a wish rather than getting the gift? Just to have a wish in general."
Oh, just having things to wish. I mean,
guess.
I think it's good to have things to look
wish
forward to and excited. Yeah, yeah. So I did want to say other things in the background because somebody asked. I think from this view you could see this.
Our messy cabinet that we still
Because they asked
haven't
about beer
figured out.
glasses. So what happened is I have in the old house this other thing back here used to have all the beer glasses in it, and I
yeah, it
decided
did.
not to do that.
Yeah, so that's gone
So,
back to being the
75% of my beer glasses are up in the attic,
yes.
but I selected some, which right now are just scattered
out.
over there, but they will eventually be somewhere in a more official capacity. And occasionally I grab one and drink, but every single Danish beer glass I have, I kept out. So I see Skanderborg,
okay,
I see
yeah.
Moon, I see Midtfyns Brewhouse, I see Pho, I see, there's some other ones too.
Yeah.
That are not, the
Svaneke?
Hæslu up there, yes, Svaneke. And so I've got all the ones that I have from Denmark out, so I can drink from those whenever, and then some other random ones. So that's over there. I
many
probably have
Oh God,
150 or so, maybe,
Yeah. So
because
many
I would buy them on
glasses.
every trip. Sometimes I come back with like 7 or 8 or 9.
He actually apologized to me when we were gone over the weekend because he was like, "I'm really sorry. I have to buy this beer glass." And I was like,
Is that the one you're drinking out of now?
"Yes."
Also, a long way up, somebody asked if we're going to do another song,
Oh,
and we will do another song.
it has been discussed.
A lot of musical things have been discussed.
Musical
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I have like ideas for songs I'd like to just like make up, write,
Yeah.
make up. I have ideas. I just have to find the time. and
That's the hard part.
And
We
then
have to, like,
learning the
clone
songs we know. There's a
ourselves at
couple
this point.
you said you wanted to
Yes.
to do. There's some I'd like to do. So I think there'll be more music, but it's I want to just drop it as a surprise. I like to keep people on the edge, and be surprised.
Make sure you don't get us sued by somebody.
No, well, I won't be sued. Yeah, I don't.
I don't want to be the next Ed Sheeran.
Oh my God.
If I write something, I don't know. I feel like
Make sure you watch your chord progression.
I think part of the reason why Ed Sheeran was sued was because he's Ed Sheeran and he has a whole lot of money.
I mean, I think you are allowed to like play songs as long as you say that you didn't write it. I think.
Well, yeah, but then not that we do this for revenue, but it's like there's like copyright stuff here, and it's kind of weird, depending on the song. But I do wonder, like, I want to write some stuff. I have topics that I would like to write. Now, I don't know if I'm going to execute on this because I can't say that I have great writing abilities, but I then wonder what to do in order to make sure it's like copyrighted to me, you know.
Well, I mean, also like submit it to
musical song,
but also some of the songs that we were discussing are written by someone who we are personally friends with, so we can probably just ask him if we can sing them.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think he'd care anyway. I'd ask him the chord progressions is what I would ask him. That's what I tell him. That's the reason why. But yeah. Oh, what is the dog versus cat situation?
Yes, we do have content for this.
No, we don't. That's for work.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was going to use that video for a work-related thing.
Maybe we can show it a bit later, but
no, because it's complicated. I have everything.
No. I meant like in another.
But it's getting better actually.
She's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping. She's actually. I have to say, she spends more time not in your room. Than she does in your room.
I think she spends more time in sinks.
She loves to sit in sinks. She's obsessed with sitting in sinks.
If anybody has a sink they don't need.
Yeah, seriously. Please give it to me so I can just keep it in my room so she can sit in it. It's like whenever I'm like, where is she? I just walk into every bathroom in the house and I'm like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Sitting in the sink.
That or she's on one of the windowsills. So.
Will I ever have a hat collection video?
I don't know if we have enough time for that.
No. I don't have that many hats now because.
Yeah, I guess you did get rid of.
So I wear fitted hats.
You're not wearing a hat today.
No, because on days that I work, I typically don't. I have fitted hats because I have a large head, not just. Like
you do
literally.
Legitimately. Like I have tried to buy him hats in the past, and they
shrink a little bit, and they're tough to find. And so I have a couple, and then occasionally they get replaced because I wear the same one a lot. So I maybe only have like 5 or 6 hats plus my Stetson, which is over in the other room.
You do still have the hat with all the pins all over it, which
I do. Yeah. That's
awesome.
So that's a good one. That's hidden somewhere, but
it's upstairs.
So like when you go to baseball games and you see like 90-year-old dudes at the baseball game, they have
with their folder of the statistics.
Yeah, that they've been keeping all 90 years of their lives because some people keep score at the games. I don't. That's what technology's for.
He's got like a hot dog in his stats pad.
And Michael might actually. He's a baseball fan. He may be aware of this fact that the 90-year-old people, they usually have some like old jacket or hat or something that they've been wearing for like years. And so a long time ago, when the Nationals first came to DC, I bought a hat. And then I started collecting little pins in every stadium that I saw them play in, and I stuck it on my hat. And I'm like, I'm gonna be in like, I was 30 something, so like in 50 some years, I'm gonna be that 90-year-old dude wearing the weird hat with a bunch of pins on it.
He said that you're the Imelda Marco of caps.
Nah, I don't have that many.
By the way, someone said, do you listen to songs with Danish lyrics? This will be discussed.
Oh, yes.
Alan, what's his name? Alan. So we're going to go to the Tuna Festival like normal. And I've been specifically trying to listen to music from Danish artists that'll be there. Alan Olsen is going to be there. And of course, Sumeninen.
Sumeninen. Are they going to be there?
No.
Oh, we listened. Okay, I got excited. I thought Sumeninen were on the Tuna Festival.
But my Danish music will be discussed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of her. The second half when we talk about this.
And I love the band Young and also Gnags. I can never say it right, but they're old. They're like 80. Also, Radio. I love them.
I like Jonah Blacksmith, but they don't sing it. They sing in English. And then I guess we've seen Mads Lange, and some of his stuff is in Danish.
Yeah. Very little, but yeah.
But there's a couple songs in Danish. Yeah.
Yes, that is the band, and I am saying it completely wrong. Gnags.
All right, so here we are.
Yes.
We're at the mark. It's time for Try It On Tuesday.
Yes.
And I'm only gonna say a couple things very quick, which is we are in a exciting situation.
Yes.
I was wearing this shirt with a black jacket and then a white background. So excuse the fact that the quality of the video isn't
atrocious.
The best, but the content's fantastic. And then we're going to explain all of this afterwards around this amazing experience that we had. Try It On Tuesday, which you're about to see right now.
Oh my God. at lambs.
Hello, welcome to a special on location Trot on Tuesday. We are in the Faroe Islands right now in Saxon, which is right behind me. But just a few minutes ago, we were down south. Somebody invited us into their home to try the very, very unique to Faroe Islands wind-cured lamb. And we basically, while we were there, just went straight into eating. So here's a quick intro, but let's go to the house and you can see what it's like where we try this lamb for the first time on this Trot on Tuesday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Try to look at the skin.
It's getting the leg of
What do
lamb.
you see?
I see
There's hairs.
there's some little hairs.
Yes, and you see some bacterial growth.
Yeah, there's like some moldy
Oh yeah. A bit of mold.
from, because how long would this have
This
been?
would have been, now it's May, so this is like 7 months.
7 months
Hanging.
hanging.
And the amazing thing about Faroe Island, you can just hang it anywhere you want,
Oh yeah.
and no curing with salt or anything.
Yeah, because it's just in the
Because
air.
it's just the salt is in the
Yes,
air.
just put it up,
Ah.
and then some fungus sits on it
Yeah.
and creates the fermented taste. If you
Interesting.
do the same thing in Denmark,
Yeah.
the meat would either go very dry
Go
or
bad.
rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same in Norway, same in Iceland. It's only in the Faroe Islands where you can actually ferment meat.
By hanging it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Hence, we have more tastes than Denmark, Norway.
You have
we can
more
ferment-
flavor
Yeah,
profiles.
exactly.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
ferment the sheep. We
Yeah.
can ferment the cow.
Yeah.
We can ferment the pig.
Yeah.
We can ferment the bird.
Uh-huh.
We can ferment the
That's
whale.
true. Yeah, you
We
could
can
just
ferment
hang
the
it
fish,
out up.
and then
Yeah.
we can ferment 10 kinds of different fish, and we'll have different flavors. All right. So now you have this is Himalaya salt, very mild salt.
Yeah.
And, you can try it now without anything first. Try
Okay.
it without
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
You gonna try it? See.
There are a lot of interesting
So
flavors.
there's a lot happening.
There is. It's hard to really. There's a lot of. It's very.
Is it salty?
No, it's actually not very salty, but it's
Okay.
very like. It's like this richness that I can't explain,
Oh,
but there's
okay.
like a richness to it.
Like a it
Not
almost,
salty though at
yeah.
all. Here, do you want to
Yeah, yeah.
taste this a little bit, and then we'll. Hold on.
Okay.
Slow down. All
Oh,
right.
it's soft.
Yeah, exactly.
ready?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is for many people an acquired taste. But
It's like
this is what kept us alive up through the centuries.
Yeah. And so then normally you might you say just
Now you can try. You use your fingers and put a little bit of salt,
okay.
a little bit, and that's mild salt. That's the mildest salt you can get.
Yeah. It's almost got like a fishy flavor. Not fish, but it's, it's like a
no. You are not wrong.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
It's like
because this is a ram. This
Yeah.
This has been in a very steep,
oh, so he's been eating that.
and sometimes they even go down to
Yeah.
the
And
coast
eat some
and eat some
carcass
seaweed.
from
Yeah.
Seaweed.
Ah, yeah.
That's what it is. That's what I'm tasting. It's the seaweed.
Yeah, and also that they are living in the cliff
Yeah.
where you have a lot of birds. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He feeds from grass where the seabirds have been
Yeah.
dropping. So she's not wrong in her observation.
It's like a seaweed flavor.
You have something to do with the sea because you have the seabirds making their droppings nesting where this one is feeding. So that is they only eat fish.
Oh, it's really good.
All right. Okay.
There it is.
So I teased you for a moment to at the end of upcoming footage that you'll see in the full video about the trip. And just, I'm only going to say this last part is this will be repeated in the video. We saw that lamb sheep be born.
It was crazy.
We saw it come out and be born,
Yeah.
and then we stuck around and saw it take its first steps.
Yeah.
And then the mom knocked it over.
Because she kept knocking it over. I was like, why would you let that poor baby nurse?
So this is the story of what happened. So we, and this is what I think it tells a good travel story, which is that usually now when we travel, we'll have like one specific thing we want to try to accomplish in a day, maybe 2 or 3 maybes in there, but we leave things open to be able to just see what happens.
We leave things open
and
to be open and curious.
Exactly. And so that's what happened is we said that day, we're like, we want to drive up to Saxon. And I want to stop at a grocery store and see if we can get some of this skippaku.
I think.
So we go to this like big grocery store, and I go to the butcher and I'm like, skippaku. And she got what I said, by the way. She understood.
It took
and
a
she's
couple
like,
tries.
oh, well, she knew, but then I didn't know where she was pointing.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought she was pointing to the dried fish,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make sure I'm like, cool, meat. So she go and we see like legs.
It's a whole leg.
Hanging, and I'm like, I don't want a whole spend 600 krona on a leg. I just want to taste some. And she's like, yeah, no, sorry, could buy the whole thing. I'm like, is there a restaurant where I can just taste some as an appetizer or something? And then this person was there, Marnie was his name, and he said, well, if you'd like to try some, you can come to my house.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean,
why
not?
That's what being open is. But
Really?
we had lunch reservations
Yeah.
immediately after that. So we're like, well, we need a couple hours because we're going to go have lunch. And so we do that. And I text him. I'm like, all right, can we come at 3? He gives me his address. We exchange numbers and we go to his house. And he just gives us a ton of food.
He kept bringing out things. There was like something new.
I was not present on this trip, by the way.
No.
And what she didn't know, what we didn't know
we
at the
didn't know,
time,
yeah.
she definitely didn't know, she wasn't there.
No, she wasn't.
But we didn't know at the time, and we learned late. Well, he told us, he said, when Andrew Zimmern came here in the episode of Bizarre Foods from the Faroe Islands,
Yeah.
he said he was at my house, and he showed us a picture of Andrew Zimmern in his house, and that was the same place we were at. And I'm like, interesting. So then we start Googling his name, and it turns out he's like one of the top exporters of seafood.
He's like a top seafood exporter.
And it's not like in terms of quantity, it's in terms of quality. And the langoustine, he apparently has a special process, because I found the episode of Bizarre Foods and watched it today. He has some special process of keeping the langoustine alive while they're still being shipped, so they're super fresh. And it's amazing. This guy's like a legit.
Yeah, I was looking him up, and there was I thought I would just find like a couple things, but random things maybe on Facebook or something. But he had like a whole article about him in Financial Times, which is a super legit newspaper.
It's a very good thing I wasn't there, because if I was there, I would have been like, guys, we're not going to this stranger's house.
Yeah, you would not have liked that. But I feel like we've had that happen quite a few times on trips.
And it was that was one of the best experiences. And I texted him today and thanked him again.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me know when you come back.
Oh, good.
And I'm like, you need to let me know when you're here, and we'll smoke something on our smoker.
Yeah.
But it was funny because all the things he let us taste, of which you'll see some of in the real video, we won't disclose more.
No.
It's a part of a tasting thing he does. So actually, there was a tasting later that night, and that's why he had a lot of these things like langoustine and stuff actually on hand. I think is because he had this tasting later that night, and he went through the same almost thing with Andrew Zimmern in the episode, except in that case they were on a boat.
Yeah.
And they'd like just taken the langoustine out of the sea.
Oh, that's crazy.
So anyway, that was such a really amazing experience.
Yeah.
And a very fun, unique try it on Tuesday.
Everybody and like a couple people came in.
Yeah, he had friends
just
that came over.
Like friends who came over, and like everybody was so nice, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah, and
be open and curious. That's what happens.
He kept saying that. He's like, be open and curious.
Open and
That's
curious?
What he said when he texted me back. I said, thank you again, and he said, thank you for being open to trying things. So it was.
Sometimes you gotta try stuff. You never
absolutely.
know.
Listen, I'm just paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm just a paranoid person.
Yeah. So he was super nice. Thank you. I don't know if you'll watch this, but
no, it was an amazing experience. I will remember that forever.
And a very unique try it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
From the Faroe Islands. So
well, I'm glad you had that experience.
You're like, does this just reinforce how much you don't like going on vacation with us.
Well, that's not true. I like going on vacation with you. It's just sometimes things are a little out of my comfort zone.
You don't like that. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
meeting up with strangers
Meeting up
we
with
don't
people
know.
that we met in the grocery store.
I mean, the thing is, like,
It's nothing, by the way, if he's watching this, it's nothing personal at all.
No, you just don't.
I mean,
like
I
we-
just
you
am
just don't like
very paranoid of people I do not know.
that. Yeah.
well, I mean, that's sometimes those things are, that's when amazing things happen.
And
I mean,
yeah.
you know,
And when you're
I
sitting
have
in
met-
somebody's house, I mean, there's like sitting at a table with somebody
Yeah.
and eating and having a conversation and talking about just, I mean, we learned about,
Whatever.
I've learned a lot more about Faroe Islands just
Yeah.
with him because
Yeah,
he's from there
exactly.
than
I mean-
we otherwise knew.
I mean, I have lots of friends that I have made from being strangers and just randomly meeting them, but it's always been like in public, like
we
meeting
were
them
in
in
public?
public. Well, you were in his house.
Yeah, but we met him at the grocery store first.
Yeah.
People
We
probably
sized
met
him
Jeffrey
up.
Dahmer
He
in the
seemed
grocery
alright.
store.
But I mean, we texted each other, and
Yeah,
as I
I
told
know.
you, I'm like, that would have been a really
He gave us
bad
his phone number.
like, a trail, very quick trail.
Again, nothing personal. I'm just a very paranoid person about stuff like that. So I'm glad that you guys get to do that stuff, just you
those
guys,
things,
so that I'm not stopping you
Yeah.
from doing things
Yeah.
like that.
I do feel bad about like my facial expressions in the Try It On Tuesday because I feel like it made it look like it was like really disgusting, but it's just such a unique flavor that it was like it's so hard to describe. A friend of mine asked me to describe, one of the things, and I was like, imagine licking an empty can of tuna and then eating a piece of meat. It's just like so
I mean, I think it was, and it was such a unique taste. It was really hard to even come up
it
with
wasn't
the words
bad.
to describe.
That's the thing. Yeah, it was like really, it was very kind of earthy.
So Michael said he's leaving. See you, Michael.
Oh, bye, Michael.
We need to talk soon. It's been a while.
Yeah, Michael.
All right, so let's move on to
What
some
is
of the
next?
next is the things that we just have been happening that we want to talk
Okay.
about. So
Life.
let's we can start with you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna show some photos.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the past few weeks I've been going to a lot of concerts.
You've been busy.
I know. These pictures have been all from a concert I went to go see Fabrik. I talked about them last time. But these are all pictures. That's my hand, by the way, touching the singer there.
She was so excited.
But it was amazing. It was at Vega, Store Vega, and it was just so good. Like,
Yeah.
their music is just amazing. They sing in Danish also. Yeah, this one of the
Oh yeah. Just sing their video. That's just like
singer of
oh my
Basket.
God.
And this really sets the picture. That's him jumping in the crowd. But they say they're not that that's what they say. So I guess I don't know how to describe their music, but
Yeah.
they're very good. I really like them, and I feel like I've been led down like a trail of music now
That's what happens.
because I very first saw them at a ungdomsfolkemøde that my samfundsfag teacher made us go to in like September, and they were performing there, and I was like, wow, this is really good. And so I went to a concert with my friend to see them in November, and then Basket was the opener for them, and then I went to go see Basket, just them. I've seen them 3 times now.
Yeah.
And then the last time I saw Basket, this guy named Chris opened for him, and I was like, oh, he's really good. So now I'm seeing Chris on Thursday.
This is the danger of music. You like to
See,
discover a
this
lot
is
of new
what
stuff.
happens.
And so, I mean, I'll just say
You go down the rabbit hole.
we came back from Faro on Sunday morning, and at Sunday night we were at Vega
Yeah,
to see Macklemore.
that's true.
I don't have any of the footage on here, but we went
Did
to
Macklemore jump into the crowd?
He did not, but
didn't.
he jumped and a lot.
He jumped a lot.
just on the stage.
Okay.
He's one of those people that I would never listen to his just studio albums, but I mean I'm sure they're fine. He is an amazing entertainer
And positive.
and so positive. Like you just feel I was so tired and I was admittedly complaining about going.
Really? You think you were complaining? I mean,
I also
did I? I mean, I don't feel like I did. But then we got there, and he's just so much fun to watch.
that's kind of how I feel about Basket. Although I do like their studio albums,
Yeah.
but I feel like their studio stuff and their live stuff sounds so different.
Yeah,
and
it's
live,
so different.
They're just like I have never seen anyone who performs as good as they do. I don't know why they're not bigger than they are, because their live performance, they perform exactly the same if they were performing for 1,000 people than if they were performing for 20 people.
Yeah.
And it's such a great experience going to both.
But that's how Macklemore is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he brought the same level of energy to Stora Vega that he did to like festivals.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen him in.
And he's going to be, we won't be here, but I'm not going to be able to go, but he's going to be at the Tivoli this summer. And,
We
Friday
will not be
nights.
there.
All right, Miranda.
Yes.
This
am I
is,
next? What's
This is
yes? These. So we have we've done another Danish rite of passage, which is bought expensive lighting fixtures. And actually, it's funny that we were talking about music right before this, because I picked these out, these particular chandeliers, not the onion-looking ones that are coming up, but the ones that have the round bulbs. I actually picked those out because I wanted something that vaguely looked like the chandeliers that are in Vega. And we couldn't find anything that was exactly like what's in Vega. But I found these, and I was like, that's close enough. I want these ones because they
almost see like
You
a
can,
you can almost
you can
see it.
the bulb.
So now we have lights.
So
We do have
now
lights.
we have lights. It's very exciting.
Because it's very different than America in that people take their lights with them. But now that I've paid for these lights,
now I get
I'm
it.
taking them with me.
I understand now why people take their
Well,
lights.
I mean, hopefully we're
But
not
I
going
was
anywhere
super
anytime
happy
soon.
with them.
Yeah. So yeah, we're super pumped, and maybe some of them are smart because I'm doing all the smart home stuff. So maybe eventually I'll have a nice little
you were
walkthrough
really
of
into
smart
the-
home things to
Yeah, you
automate
can-
my lights.
Confuse the poor electrician guys.
All right, so now I got something to share, which is while we were in the Faroe Islands, Marnie was telling us about webcams. And it was interesting because he was like, I didn't think about it, but there's webcams all over the place. So if you want to like drive 45 minutes to an hour to go to a place, you can look at the webcam to see if it's actually clear. And then then later I was like looking to find the webcams, and then I found there's just like webcams everywhere. And then I got lost, and then I wanted to see if there's a webcam on basically the scariest place on earth. Although I will say that there's some roads in the Faroe Islands which are pretty
you did
scary.
Not like those roads.
And I found out that there's a webcam at the very top.
Is this live?
Yeah, this is live right now.
Oh, wow.
At the very tippity top
Nice.
of the Oresund Bridge there. No, this isn't the Oresund. This is the Great Belt
this is
Bridge. Sorry.
Storebelt Bridge.
Storebelt Bridge.
Scary.
Right there, looking down, scaring Josh whenever I want. Whenever I want to have living nightmares, I can just look at this webcam and be frightened.
Or
at
you
what
could
I
look
see.
at it, or you could be optimistic. You could look at it and just think, I'm happy I'm not there.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like it's like shaking slightly. I feel like there's like a little bit of movement.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do have to. I mean, it was really good that he pointed that out in Faro, though, because we weren't going to go to Saxon.
And then because I thought the weather was bad,
because
and then
it
he showed
was
us
super
the.
foggy where we were, and then they were like, "Oh, you should check out the webcam," and then it looked super clear, and so then we decided to go, and then we saw a lamb being born.
Yeah,
So.
and it is I agree, it is a beautiful view because right now we're at this like 8:45 is just an awesome
It's a nice time.
sunset vibe going on, which is like super complicated for these lights, by the way, because.
Our
Like,
our
it's
lighting
much
changes daily.
It's much brighter right now than it was 2 weeks ago when we did this.
Yeah, true.
And I was like, how am I going to make these lights work? Super complicated. And I feel like, by the way, I don't know, maybe somebody can confirm. I think I've fixed the drop frame problem. I'm hoping that I have. Have you been watching it? I think
I'm watching it. It looks fine.
Awesome. I think we've solved that issue. Slowly, incrementally, we're going to be fixing. And we also threw iPads in instead
Yes,
of
I'm
computers to
watching
limit
us on an iPad
Trying
right now.
to-
If you're wondering
things
what
to
I'm
improve.
looking at.
And and I know we're far away because we've got 234 people watching right now. I've said to you guys, if we ever get to 1,000 concurrent people,
Yes.
I'm gonna buy a couple extra cameras so we have like a full-on
we
vibe
have
in
like
here.
a
Yeah.
But I feel like I
nicer
need
podcast
enough. We need more people, enough people to warrant the cost. And our very
Exactly.
first live stream at one point we had 1,000. I think we can get there. I think Table Talk has the potential because it will have like a camera. Like this is just my phone. This right here is just my phone, and it's not amazing.
You know what you should
We
do?
could have a nicer camera over there, one over there looking at me, and then the center one. We could have like a whole vibe in here. I love live TV. I love it. I was the cameraman, and I love it.
You should make a special intro for Table Talk Days.
I know. Well, yeah. So I didn't do the
Now
intro
I'm
this time.
encouraging him.
No, I thought about it. Here you go. So I didn't do the regular intro because I just felt like it doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
And I thought, what could a Table Talk? It's like live stream. I'm like,
Yeah.
do we like? Should we be like, a river runs through it, fly fishing on a stream, and be like live stream? Should be like Ghostbusters crossing the streams and be like live stream. Like random streams. Streams are all over the place.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe one day we'll have a new intro.
I think we should have
live stream.
No, I think we should have like a symbol, and we start it with like
A symbol or a gong.
not two.
Okay.
We could also do a
They
gong.
have a symbol somewhere.
Oh my God.
Live stream. Yeah, and it's short, just like it'd be a quick couple like live stream, gong, and then that's it. We're in.
Yeah, it's like the NPR one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
WNYC.
God.
You're
Radio
watching.
Lab. Radio Lab. And then it's just them randomly talking into the
Yeah.
microphone.
Somebody said they would watch us for 2 hours.
We did it.
Just
We've
watch
done
us
a couple
every.
2-hour live pod.
Just watch us
live
every-
casts.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Just watch
Yes,
us
we
every
did.
other
I
week when
was
we do
looking
this,
back.
and it'll
Viking
be
horn.
like
A
2
couple
hours.
others that
Someone
we
said a
did.
Viking horn.
A Viking
Oh my
horn.
God.
Oh, a vuvuzela.
That could be.
We got that in the
No,
other
not
room.
the vuvuzela. No.
All right, so
What else is happening in life?
I was gonna mention
Okay.
I've been watching this Apple TV show called The Last Thing He Told Me.
Okay.
It's interesting. It started iffy. By the way, I'm the only one in this house that watches TV shows, except you and I watch which like very rarely. We all watched Love Is Blind, but then you and I
Yeah, we
watched
do.
The Servant.
you watched
Yeah.
Love Is Blind without me, which
The
I'm
Servant.
still mad
Oh,
about.
excuse me, you didn't go with
Oh,
us.
we watched Ted Lasso.
No, The Servant.
Yes, The
Oh,
Servant.
yeah.
Is there more episodes of that, by the way?
Yeah, we got like so many. We're so behind. But anyway, this Last Thing He Told Me, which has Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Waldo. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
from
interesting
Game of Thrones.
because it's pretty good. But what's fascinating is he like is gone in the first episode. It's like the last thing he told me before he. So
Oh.
basically, all of his scenes are a couple random flashbacks and then pictures of him on people's iPhones. So I
Okay.
wonder if he got paid as much as everybody else. Because that
God,
dude, there's
okay.
like very few words that he's spoken, but he's like billed as like main. I mean, like he's a part of the plot, right?
Yeah.
But he's rarely there.
Interesting.
He's rarely there.
Someone
But-
said
Man of mystery.
top 3 TV shows of all time.
Oh,
Wow,
jeez.
top 3 TV shows of all time. That's
Star
I
Trek
don't-
Next Generation, Stargate, SG-1.
I would not say Star Trek, but I would say Stargate.
Okay.
Wait, you wouldn't say Star
No.
Trek?
I
Really?
want one sci-fi Stargate. Seinfeld,
Okay.
Oh, Seinfeld was good.
I can get on board with that. I can
and
support
then
that.
Wipeout.
Wipeout. I don't know.
I'll
what-
throw it out there, Bob Ross, because I feel like
What?
that man is.
That's
We're
your-
only thinking
that
of that
cannot be
because
your
it's the
top.
thing that we saw the other day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you've never seen these things, this guy's been doing these videos where
so
it's
good.
basically doing like AI stuff replacing people's faces with Arnold Schwarzenegger's face and voice, and he's like, okay, it's going to be a mountain. I can't even do it. Oh, that's another that one too.
I don't know what my top 3 would be. I like BoJack Horseman. I watched all of that. Very depressing, but it's good.
I'm so bad at watching TV.
I
just
really
never-
like. I feel like every now and then Netflix comes out with like a really good crime docu-series.
Yeah, they're good, but they're just not like permanent in the
No.
fixture of life.
The Staircase is really good.
Yeah, but I mean,
Is that a TV
I
show?
don't think that counts as. A
but
TV
I think
show.
about like things that I would watch over and over again.
I would watch The Staircase over and over. I've already seen it like
God.
3 times. What? I don't know what other shows I really watch.
I don't know what I would watch over and over. I was super into Downton Abbey when it was on, but then
Oh my God,
it
The
kinda
Crown,
lost
The
me
Crown,
to-
The
Oh,
Crown.
The Crown was good. Yeah.
The
And
Crown is good.
Of course, Sopranos, which I watched before. It's not in my top 3, but it's definitely in my top 10, which I talked about last time. The Wire is good.
I feel like I should start watching The Crown again.
I want to tell a quick Wire story.
Okay.
So you were with us, but you were tiny. So
Okay.
McNulty from The Wire, they shot this in Baltimore, and we were living in DC at the time, and we were flying somewhere out of Dulles Airport.
We were going to England.
And I think I was just wearing an England jersey.
Oh, maybe.
I
love MASH,
I had a Leicester. I had a Leicester jersey on.
Leicester.
That's how Ted Lasso would say
Leicester.
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 And I was wearing this anyway. So we were in Dulles to go from gate to gate. You used to have to take these people mover things where you get in this like
I hate
weird
those things.
like thing that looks like it should be on the surface of Mars.
Yeah, it's
With-
like a giant rover.
Like big tires
It
the
does
size
look
of
very
like,
much like it
you
should be on
know,
Mars.
it's weird. I don't know. Anyway, so we were on this thing and we go and McNulty's in the same little thing with us. He's in there with us because they were shooting The Wire in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And this was like 15 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And we went up to him, and I was just like, man, I love The Wire. I don't want to bug
fair,
you.
we didn't go up to him. We were actually standing right next
Well,
to him.
these people movers aren't very big.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, so you're
hard
right next
to-
to
it was
everyone.
like you
We're,
just
like,
like
right next to him,
lean
so.
and you went up to him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, man, I really love The Wire. I don't want to bother you because I think he had his daughter with him or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I said, I don't want to
exactly.
bug you. I just want to tell you I love The Wire. Because this is the first season, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a great show. Thank you so much. And he was super nice. And he's
Was
like,
I
oh.
present?
He was.
You were, yeah, but you were
But
like
it
literal.
completely threw me off that
'Cause
he
I didn't
had
even
an
know he was
accent.
English,
I didn't
yeah.
I didn't know he was
British?
English.
Yeah, he's British.
Yeah.
And he was just like super thick British accent, and it was super funny because I had this jersey on, and he's like, "Oh, you like football?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have friends." And I said, "Oh man, one time I was there, and they made me go to this Colchester match," and he goes, "Oh, Colchester!" It's like I'm waiting for him to pull like a smoking jacket.
Of course, man.
Oh, that's crazy with Colchester.
It wasn't that bad.
But he was super nice, and then I just kept watching The Wire and everything he's been
Yeah.
in afterwards because he's like a super good. He was in that.
I'm
He was in
forgetting
the
his
show
name.
on.
Is it no, it's not Damien Walls. That's the
He was
guy
in that
from-
really good show about cheating on his wife in Showtime for many seasons. I
And
can't
that had a
remember.
Danish dude in it.
There was
who
I walked
the other
past, yeah.
Danish guy was in it.
Who was
and
in
I
it?
don't remember his name.
He's not super famous, but he was in it, and then I didn't know he was Danish, and I walked past him in
Yeah.
Copenhagen one day, and I'm like, why is this guy that I just watched last night on TV here walking by me?
I think we were together when that happened.
No, I was with Chihiro.
Oh, okay.
Somebody gave us another donation.
I know, it was the same
Thank
person
you.
who gave us a donation last
God.
time. Man,
you.
the Swedes are pulling through, by the way. Jeez. Would you ever consider to start a reaction channel on music since you're into music? Would you follow you? I would follow you immediately. I really don't like reaction channels, unfortunately.
What? I only watch reaction channels or like commentary. I only watch like commentary YouTube channels.
But I do like music.
Yes, I also like music.
I
but
would rather just
we like
occasionally.
very different music.
True. I would rather occasionally learn music and just play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Someone
I
said.
don't remember the name of that show, and I can see everybody's face in it. It had the chick from ER that played Abby, and I don't remember.
yeah, she was in it.
Yeah, I don't.
ER is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, ER.
All right. So I have something else to show. We got to get through the last couple things
Oh
here.
my God, Eurovision's on now. We have
yeah,
to
yeah,
hurry
I
up.
know.
Well, it's not the final. So
Oh, okay.
But
that's
you
this
you have
weekend.
this,
Me?
which is Miranda.
Oh my God, yes. So we've been listening to a lot more podcasts.
Speaking of BoJack Horseman,
'Cause we
BoJack
were
Horseman.
driving a lot in
we
Faro.
started listening to this a couple weeks ago, and now I'm completely addicted to it. It is absolutely fabulous. It's Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett.
And if you don't know Jason Bateman, who's been in a ton of things,
Yeah.
but famously with Will Arnett in
Yeah.
Arrested Development, and
Yeah,
Sean Hayes
exactly.
was on Will and Grace.
good
Yeah.
show.
And also, was he in 2.5 Men? I think he was.
No.
No, he wasn't. Oh, okay.
But Jason Bateman was in Teen Wolf 2, if that's what you're
If that's what was on your mind.
That's you were getting confused with
But
Teen Wolf
there's
2.
they have the best guests on, and they're like Sean Hayes is horrible at interviewing, and that just makes it even more funny.
Who
But
is
it's funny
Sean
because they
Hayes?
take
He's in Will and Grace.
yeah, he's on
okay.
Will and Grace, and they take turns inviting people, and then they don't reveal to the other two who's coming until the beginning.
And
of
it's
the
like
show.
super
It's
famous.
really
like
good.
Ben
Yeah, it's like
Affleck
Dana
and
Carvey.
Dana Carvey was hilarious.
John Favreau.
John Favreau. And
I
we
want.
listened to the Ben
I don't.
Affleck
I don't
one.
listen to
Brendan
this
Fraser.
podcast with you guys. We have it on at dinner sometimes, but I just want an episode about BoJack Horseman because sometimes they have
Because Will
people that
Arnett
they
is
know.
from BoJack Horseman.
He is BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he
hopefully
is
not is.
BoJack
That would be really controversial. But he voices BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
But I want an episode about it.
And actually, you made me think Arrested Development is actually
Oh my God,
one of the
that
best
is
shows.
a really good show.
I was a
That's-
that
huge
show
fan.
Super
is so
niche.
funny.
It's super good. I
But-
mean, it was very.
George
it's
Michael.
amazing it survived
Yeah.
in network TV.
Yeah.
But like today, if it started from scratch today on Netflix, and
I
the
don't think
reboot
it
on
would make
Netflix
it.
was like a completely reimagining of the show,
Yeah.
but it was such a good show. I loved it so much.
So good.
So my last thing I wanted to share is this right here. So I didn't tell you about this, but
What is that?
I love I've gotten really into
a bird
seeing these
man.
little
Oh.
birds, and so you can see behind my Lego things, my Lego guitar and my
Yes.
Lego Stormtrooper.
It looks like a cheeseburger.
Yeah, you can see that there's a little gray thing stuck to the window, and that was a little bird feeder I 3D printed and got suction cups
Yeah.
and put to the window with some food. And it took a while, but these little birds have now found it. And I got this picture. He was just like, and that's literally, it's just like right next to where I'm sitting. And so today, like constantly during the day,
Yeah.
birds were coming up and eating from the feeder while I was working. And I like it, and like when I look at them, they'd be like, "Oh no, they're gonna fly away." But I like kept my when I saw them like stalking
Yeah.
And I pulled out my camera and got one quick shot to see how close he
that
is
is
right
really
up to
good.
the window.
Good
And
one.
I'm absolutely
Bird legs.
loving the fact that I got these little birds flying right next to my window now. Very fine use of the 3D printer, I would say.
So bad.
And that is correct. I know exactly what it is. I just wanted to hesitate from making all the tit jokes that I typically make when I see them.
We're allowed to say it because it's a bird.
Yeah, one
That's
year
true.
for Christmas, I bought him a shirt that said "nice tits," but it was all the different
It's
types of
pictures of birds. Family friendly.
Yes, family friendly. Family friendly.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you can see pyramids from the window. Yeah. It's other house roofs.
Yeah.
Just like here, it's this house you see right
Yeah.
behind us.
It does look like a pyramid.
All right. Well, here we are. We're like right at 9 o'clock now.
Yes.
I have
and
exams tomorrow, so
I
gotta go.
actually got some work stuff I got to take care of.
I have a 6-hour exam tomorrow.
I need to.
So we talked about we're trying to do these every 2 weeks, but we're not going to be able to do it in 2 weeks from now
Yes.
because I'm traveling for work. So
How
instead, we're going to do it the
dare
week
you.
after, which will be
Yes.
May 30th.
Yes.
Correct.
The next table talk
Yes.
will be on May 30th,
Whisper into the
and we'll have to figure out what the topics will be, and we'll let everybody know.
I really want to talk about exams at that point.
Okay, well, we can do that. That's good. We'll do that, and all the way back to the original person who hooked us up with some cash. We will do some. We did a couple things from Sweden. Hi, Chaparral. That was from
Chaparral
Sweden.
was great.
And we went to Stockholm.
we did.
And now we'll
look
be able to
back.
go. There's some stuff in West Sweden. I want to go do something from Lund probably.
Yeah.
And maybe Malmö. And Maya and I hopefully will get up to Norway because we had some plans to go to Norway. So for sure we'll go do some more Nordic things.
Someone said good luck, Maya, by the way, which thank you. I needed It's a 6-hour samfundsfag exam, so thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
exactly.
I also have a Danish exam on Friday, so please wish me luck for that because I also need it.
I love it. Everybody bring 5 friends, except they can't be in the same room with you. They all have to be on their own devices. That way we get to 1,000. I'll buy some
exactly.
computers, and not computers, some cameras.
Notification. We'll try to be better about like pinging people about the lives and stuff. We're just super busy, and also this is kind of new to us. So
Yeah.
Well,
and
maybe-
it's super tough because we were traveling over the weekend and then Macklemore. So last night I was putting everything
Yeah,
together
exactly.
pretty quickly. But
Well, everyone's leaving for
Eurovision,
Eurovision, so maybe
exactly.
we should go
Yeah,
watch
we'll go-
Eurovision.
we'll
we should
watch
probably that should be in the
Eurovision.
background as I disassemble this whole
The
thing.
final
that I
is
put
next. The
together.
final is next weekend, guys.
Oh my
Just by
God,
the
I'd
way,
love to watch it.
I won't be able to watch it because I'm going to work, which is really rude. But
Okay.
I'm hoping for Denmark. I don't know if I really like our song this year, but maybe we'll win.
Don't say
Okay.
that.
All right.
Okay, we gotta go.
We gotta say
Okay, sorry,
goodbye.
sorry.
Thank you so much. As always, we'll see you next time. Stay tuned. Later this probably Saturday-ish will be the Pharaoh video, and you can see more about our trip.
You're going to interrupt
Until then,
Eurovision.
it'll be in
Oh
the
my
morning.
God.
Okay.
It'll be in the morning.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.